Hi, group number 3. You picked my little mystery stone that has kind of a pinkish tinge to it. It looks like it's almost like a fish scale mica. It's like a little bit shiny in there, like silvery. And then there's this rusty, almost like sandstone or something. I don't know. It's a lovely stone. It's very soft, and I like that it has all these different colors and textures, and there's some slight sheen to it, and then there's some that's really just kind of a matte finish. Anyway, group number 3, what is the Know Your Worth is your animal card. I've been doing these as this is the overall gist, and then we pick a goddess card and the shaman's dream card. So interesting. Creative spark, know your worth, and ego sublimation. I'm going to go into the good tarot then next. Am I missing something? No. I don't bother with reversals, just FYI, and nor does this deck, and this is the deck I use really a lot. Well, lots of major arcana here. Huh. I don't know if you can see all the cards. I'll talk about each of them in a moment. Sometimes it takes me a minute just to kind of get my head around what's here. I'm going to add a couple more cards. This is the Energy Oracle. We have Journey and Angel of Love. Milk and Honey, and then Message in a Bottle. Let's do this. I'm trying to keep these all so that they're visible, but I know it's tight little screen. Okay, let me see here. I will read from a few of these. Okay, I'm gonna start with the Goddess card for you. It's about the creative spark. I don't know if you can see it. Inspiration and imagination are yours to play with right now. You effortlessly connect to your inner creative spark and make meaningful and beautiful experiences for yourself and others. Take advantage of this fruitful time, and when you are so in tune, it's like taking a magical trip to the land of the fairy, where all that glitters really is gold, and your life seems like a grand artistic gesture. The fiery Celtic goddess of creativity calls you to play in the artistry of your life, your work, and your loves. Bridget is whispering her sparkling music deep in your soul. Are you listening? Well, that's fun. I'm not sure. I need to look up rose quartz. I'm not sure that is one, but It's kind of weird. Sometimes I get this stuff where I can feel like everything is meshing together, but when I go to my brain part to find the words to tell the story of how it goes together, it doesn't always happen very well. But I'm getting this feeling like rich and layered and joyful and it's exciting, but it's tranquil. So that's the energy I'm getting with this. And I'm not sure where that's coming from. So, and again, I don't know if Creative Spark. I love this card. I love it because we need to be creative in any aspect of our life. You don't have to be an artist. You don't have to know how to draw. It's more about how you think and feel, and to not settle for the straight line of other outside influences put before you, right? You can decide on your own, as long as it's for the greatest good, right? You don't want to do anything damaging. There's no harm. This is not about harming anyone. You want to just do the best you can for yourself, and this is about knowing your worth, and choosing your own path of enlightenment, or your own path of purpose, or follow your heart, which pink is like a heart card. It's not the chakra card, but it's a... Okay, let's go into ego sublimation, which also I think ego is a big block to some things, because ego is so earthly, right? Yeah, letting go of self-centeredness, becoming a vessel of possibility, which is, I think this is all about, this is to me about feeling self-love and allowing your creativity to determine your own path. But we will see what this is about. But there's journey here, knowing your worth, angel of love. This is, again, self-love, knowing your worth. So I'm going to finish reading this. Not all of it, because it takes too long and I don't want you to be stuck here forever. So do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life zones into safe versus unsafe? It says this here is okay, but over there, well, that might be too risky. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. So it says we're all products of our conditioning. So that's I hadn't read that yet, but that was the feeling that I was getting with stuff, right? Okay, I think energy, these guys next. So 2, journey, movement, relocation, travel. This can be literal. It can also be, change your life in a different way. Get up and move your body, move your, it could be it could be move from one abode to another. It could be, pack your bags and go elsewhere. But it could also be move your thinking, move your dogmatic, stuck in your ways thinking. Angel of love, I need to see what number that is. 49. Oh, sweet. Tender connections, it says. I'll read a little bit more about that. This beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. Isn't that amazing how we have all this pink here? I think you're the only one that had all this pink. Nobody else had it. It's not really, but you've got the pink stone, and the skunk spirit is pink. This is pink, and pink is this it's the blush of youth, I think. It's sweet, fresh. Anyway, it comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, She's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward. Know your worth. Yeah, all that. Where'd I leave off? Oh, and the compassion that you demonstrate toward yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. Yeah, this lovely. So yeah, some movement here. Message in a bottle. I don't know what this is about. There's no way I have a memory that is capable of remembering everything I've ever read in here. I do have friends that remember everything they've ever read or seen, and I am amazed by that, but I am not one of those people. So for the oracle cards especially, I need to read. This is about communication, a sign, a Cleat in the ancient name for spontaneous oracle, delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing your way to the highest good. So Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent. Yeah, it's dropping this old baggage. You'll be able to see the language of the symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying. You'll start to see, you'll start to see things that show up. I know a friend of mine, I think it's like whenever someone close to her was dealing with some pretty significant health issues, and whenever there was like some danger, right, of something horrible happening to this person, should be in the hospital or something, this friend of mine would call me and go, what does it mean when an eagle flew right by my windshield? And then once it was two of them flew right by her windshield. And it's just like all of a sudden you're aware of things that aren't typical showing up. So maybe it's an animal that you see, like a bird, like she did, that shows up, or maybe you start seeing numbers. That's really common for a lot of people. You'll start seeing 1111 or 111 or maybe 222 at weird places. Like you'll look up at the clock, it's a digital clock, and it'll say 1111. You know, that kind of thing is those are synchronicities that you can start paying attention to. And it's not even like there's a specific message, it's just knowing that they exist. And I always get kind of a flutter when I see that. It's like, ooh, yay, everything's working, everything's in sync, I'm on the right path. This could be sung on the radio. You know, how you think about a friend and they pick up the phone and call you. You know, it's those kind of synchronicities. So this message in a bottle is being open to seeing these or witnessing these other types of communication. And then milk and honey is about the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, and trusting that your needs will be met. So no more doubting Thomas, right? No more doubting stuff. That goes with this vanishing mirror, that old self. The old self. So now, know your worth. So these cards, Star is about inspiration. It can be inspiration you've gained. You can be an inspiration to others. Also has to do with frequently something new starting. So I like this card because it's not it's really not set in, to me it is about inspiration. It's also about mystery, and there's a hopefulness with this card. Okay, this one says, I'm hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a to a renewed sense of encouragement. So yes, your changes, you're embracing a much softer part of yourself that's more open, more creative, Yeah, I mean, here's another one. This is all about new ideas, new theories. They're not yet proven, but a new way of thinking. So that judgment, these two to me, with all the hope in this card and the new way of thinking in this card, and the wings spread and the heart centered, I mean the heart opening there, speaks to me about being open to change, open to thinking differently, open to a new way of life. It doesn't have to be a drastically different way of life. It doesn't mean you're going to go sit on a mountain in Tibet. It could, but it doesn't have to. I mean, it could be you just start meditating every day, or maybe you start journaling, or something that opens up that part of yourself that was blocked off before, and then out of that comes the creativity, the softness to being open, the ability to start seeing synchronicities and all those things. Messenger of Earth, this is the one who's just dedicated to getting the work done. She tills the soil. She is disciplined. She works with integrity. Also, it's about self-integrity. So don't do what isn't you. Do what you do, because only you can. Right? Do you. And here, this is, I mean, what's powerful about this particular reading is you've got major arcana, major arcana, major arcana, major arcana. That's a lot. Out of these 6 cards, 4 of them are major arcana. Justice, this is karma. What you reap, you shall. What you reap, you shall harvest. What does that mean? I said it backwards. What you sow, you shall reap. Anyway, what you give, you get. So if you're going to be petty and talk badly behind people's backs, people are going to do that about you. If you are, again, open to this softer, more loving, open-hearted way of living, even little by little, accepting people, not judging people, that doesn't mean you have to be everyone's friend. You can have healthy boundaries, but you can have healthy boundaries and step away from someone, you know? So this is about karma. Fortune's Wheel, this is Destiny's crapshoot. Destiny meets synchronicity. So, and this is about synchronicity too. So that's what a lot of this has been about. This message in a bottle, seeing these synchronicities. But Fortune's Wheel indicates too that you've that it is kind of your destiny to be changing things up a bit in your spiritual world. I'm not saying it's religious, but it's something. It might be that you're experiencing life a little differently than you once did, and you're seeing things differently than you once did, or maybe things aren't feeling steady anymore and solid, so maybe you're starting to question things. Hermit is a really good place. This is about being quiet. The Hermit, he's about solitude, and that doesn't mean cutting yourself off from everyone. What that does often is an invitation to maybe do a little meditation or journaling or something like I talked about back here, because that will kind of open the communication between you and this, your higher self, your subconscious, which is, I think, where spirit lives. So then we have this other deck that's a little bit funny. The Hanged one is like the Hangman, right? And this is about changing your perspective. That seems very appropriate. Knight of Cups. This is the guy who is in love with love. But it's open-heartedness, you know, and he might get his heart broken, but that's okay, because he loves love. He'll find it around the corner again. Maybe not the guy to get involved with, because this particular energy loves love so much that it might be sort of transient love. May not stick around. But it's you know, a good open-hearted, there's a joyfulness about this card and this Knight of Cups, and the open-heartedness, the youthfulness, I think there's a lack of expectation. They just want to love, right? It's like puppy energy. They wear their heart on their sleeve. Again, these are all, some. If they come upside down, I ignore them. Queen of Swords, she's a smart one. She is a doesn't take both. She can see right through it. She can see through inauthenticity. She can see fraud. She's very clear thinking. And this might be about you helping yourself find clarity, because here you have the Page of Air, which is the same suit. Air and swords are the same. It's the mental energy. But the Page of Air here is about a new way of thinking. She's going to make sure that you're not fooling yourself. You know, like you can call it new or whatever, but she's just making sure that, and no one's going to bamboozle you, right? She can see through stuff. So she's very clear thinking. She's very, very smart. Certainly capable. Ace of Wands, all brand new, gung-ho, fire energy, fire in the belly energy, like exciting. So whatever this new you that you're embarking on is going to feel really exciting. And also this means it's like you're really going to start it. King of Swords, this is the other guy, goes with the Queen. He also is no bull. He's a little bit stodgier, but he's clear thinking. So this, I mean, you're getting clarity here with whatever these changes are for you. This vanishing mirror is going to vanish, because these cards are going to help you find your true authentic self and be the best version of that you can be. And this Nine of Discs is the Nine of Pentacles. 9 is the highest you can go next to 10. 10 is the happy family, happy. I mean, it's like complete abundance in all levels of your life. Every possible area of your life is full of abundance. This is one step down from that, so that you haven't reached it completely. But there's another card in another deck that shows the Nine of Discs. What am I thinking? Oh, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, this is about as good as you can get. The discs is the physical, so you have a lot of earth. So the earth is the manifestation of the physical world. So you should be comfortable. It should be, basically this tells me that you have the means to do this exploration without having to worry about, am I going to be able to pay rent this month? Am I going to have enough to eat? Because you're worth it, right? So this journey, which, this is a journey for you, but I think it's a spiritual one. I don't see any big, anyone sweeping you off your feet, or any great big love interest coming in. I don't see a windfall of money coming in. What I do see is a lightness of heart and a lightness of being that makes life so much more joyful and than it ever has been. And your needs become less, because your satisfaction doesn't go untended, right? You don't have that need to fill an empty void. You are joyful within yourself. You're finding your bliss. And this is an interesting and fun quest, but the things to remember are to not get stuck in that old energy. And finding your authentic true self. You're just going to need to spend a little time by yourself in order to get there. It doesn't mean cut everybody off. You can still go to 4th of July picnics and all that stuff, but just, a couple minutes. And if you could make a regular practice, getting to your heart-centered self, because that's where creativity is. Creativity is in the gut, in the viscera, just below the heart. But they're connected. They're very close. I'm excited for you. I hope that this goes well. Feel free to post comments or something. Anyway, good luck with this. I hope you really enjoy it. Have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.